that stupid girl at the travel agency sent my plane ticket here. I told her twice to be sure to send it to my office. Look! She even addressed it to Ms. John Dollifson. Can you just imagine what would have happened if Marianne had gotten home before I did and saw this? What would she have said if she'd found a one-way ticket to Mexico? What would I have said? Wait a minute. This isn't a ticket to Mexico.
It isn't?
It's a ticket to Oklahoma City. Flight 23, June 27th.
Who's going to Oklahoma City?
I don't know.
I bet Marianne hired an out-of-state killer, and that's his escape flight. Maybe we should notify the FBI. They could stop him at the airport.
Stop him for what? I'll be in Mexico.
Oh, right.
Wait a minute. This isn't a ticket to Oklahoma City either. It's a confirmation of a flight coming here from Oklahoma City.
Who do you know in Oklahoma City? Or rather, who does Marianne know?
Oh my goodness. No, not him.
Who?
It's worse than I thought. Much worse.
How can it be?
I know who Marianne's lover is. It's Roy!
Your younger brother, Roy?
My brother Roy. My handsome bachelor younger brother Roy. The one with all the hair. Marianne's trading me in for a newer model.
Maybe he's just coming in for your funeral.
You wouldn't know about that yet. Oh, that rat, that stupid, stinking, hairy rat. He always did have eyes for Marianne, you know. He took her out first, only I'm the one she wanted. He admitted he was hurt. Why, at our wedding, he said to her, Marianne, if this big idiot doesn't treat you right, you just say the word and I'll come take you away from him. That's what he said.
And now you think Marianne has said the word.
It all fits together. I leave here on Friday, I meet with a tragic end on Saturday. My brother arrives on Sunday for the funeral and stays on to comfort the widow. In a few months, they'll have a quiet wedding. No fuss, no problems. She won't even have to change her name.
But why would they send the plane confirmation here? Why would they send it to Roy?
I don't know, unless...
Marianne must be paying for his ticket.
Did say he was paying the motel bill.
But why else would they send it here?
You're right. It hurts to admit it, but you're right. I'm not even gone yet, and Marianne's already spending my insurance money on another man.
Why don't you go confront her with the evidence? Tell her that you know about Roy and cancel the reservations.
What good would that do? Oh, if Marianne's in love with another man, I won't stand in their way. I'll just destroy the evidence and pretend I don't know a thing. I want our last days together to be happy ones.
You're a big man, John.
She did call me Big Daddy.
Elijah, do you know that your father is a very special person? What's wrong with Elijah? Was it something I said?
No, he cries all the time lately. Marianne thinks it's a stage he's going through.
You think he enjoys all that wailing?
He must, or he wouldn't do so much of it.
You know, just about every time that I start regretting that Jackie and I never started a family, Elijah does something to change my mind.
Thanks, Russ.
Oh, hello, dear. I didn't realize you'd be home already. Hi, Russ.
Have you always done that?
Done what?
Hug John when he comes home from work?
Sure, it's just a habit we got into, but it's a nice one, don't you think?
You really amaze me, Marianne. Just really amaze me. I'll see you later, John.
My goodness, I wonder why Russ acted so surprised that I would give you a hug.
Guess he wasn't expecting it.
I don't know why not. It's a perfectly natural thing to do. I'd miss it if I didn't hug you when you came home from work. It wouldn't seem right.
I wonder if you'll miss it when I'm gone.
Oh, don't start this again. Your 50th birthday is not something to dread. In fact, I can guarantee that this is one birthday that you'll remember for a long, long time.
It's pretty memorable already, and it isn't even here yet.
When it gets here, it's going to be amazing. I don't know when I've looked forward to anything as much as I'm looking forward to this.
You're that glad to see me go?
I know you'll have a good time on your fishing trip.
You won't be lonely?
Heavens no. I'll be much too busy to sit around being lonely. Where's the mail?
What mail?
Today's mail. I thought I saw it on the desk before I left. Didn't Elijah bring it in?
Oh, that mail. It's right here.
Why is it on the floor?
I dropped it. My hands aren't as steady as they once were.
What we need is a nice antique letter holder. I'll have to look for one the next time I'm at an auction.
A shoebox would be cheaper.
Cheaper, maybe, but not nearly as attractive.
You already have enough antiques to open a shop.
I like old things. The older, the better.
Except for men.
What?
Nothing. Just talking to myself. Another sign of, advancing age.
Will you stop talking like that? Sometimes I think that's what's upsetting Elijah. He only seems to cry when you're around.
Since when does Elijah listen to what I say? He's probably unhappy because he doesn't have a girlfriend.
Don't be ridiculous.
I'm not. You told me the reason Elijah never sees Declan anymore is because Declan has a girlfriend. Maybe Elijah's jealous.
I hadn't thought about that. Elijah probably is feeling left out. Maybe I should talk to Alice Hathaway.
Who?
Alice Hathaway, the president of the African Violet Society? Her daughter is in Elijah's class. Maybe I could get Alice to get Elijah to go out.
Elijah will get plenty of girlfriends without help from us.
Maybe we could have them over for a family get-together.
I don't even know the Hathaways.
Well, then it's time you got acquainted. Alice is a lovely person, such a way with violets. And I'm sure her husband and daughter are fine people too.
Then you don't know them either.
We could have them this weekend. Oh, no we couldn't. You'll be gone fishing.
What about next weekend?
I hate to wait that long when Elijah's so unhappy.
Besides, you might be very busy by then.
No, actually, I expect to be busier this weekend than I've been for a long time.
You do?
I certainly do.
Well, if you're going to be so busy, maybe I should stay home and help you.
No, you can't do that.
Why not?
Why not? Because the things that I'm going to do aren't things that you can help with. You might say that they're just female things.
Oh my goodness.
Hey Mom, do you have any paper? I need to copy my entry on some clean paper.
Why don't you give yourself a break, skip this one contest?
Oh, I couldn't.
But you'll be disappointed if you don't win, and with a prize like that, the competition's certain to be very stiff.
I think I have a good chance. I have a pretty good entry.
What is it?
What is what?
What's your entry? Let's hear it.
My entry for the Sudsy contest was really good. It went like, suds your hair before your
I already
date."
heard your Sudsy entry. I want to hear this one.
If you don't mind, I'd rather not tell.
Why not?
You aren't asking for something illegal, are you?
No, don't worry.
What is it then?
It's personal.
Personal.
It's too personal to discuss with your family, but not too personal to write to strangers in a contest?
I just don't want to tell.
It isn't something that will embarrass us, is it?
No, don't worry.
Well, just don't get your hopes up. There are a lot of people who've entered this contest, adult, grown-up people who can write much more convincingly than you can.
They don't want what they're asking for as much as I do, though. Nobody could want anything more than I want what I'm asking for.
Dear, I wish Elijah wasn't so bent on winning that contest. He'll just be disappointed.
What do you suppose his entry says?
Whatever it is, he's certainly emotional about it.
Maybe he's asking for a girlfriend.
I hope not.
No, he said it wouldn't embarrass us.
You know, sometimes I think I'll be happy when Elijah's safely raised. Maybe when he's all grown up and on his own, we'll be able to stop worrying about him and start enjoying him.
I enjoy Elijah now, except for all the crying.
I do too. I suppose we'll even miss the crying in a couple years.
I'll miss it even sooner than that. I guess I'd better start packing.
Packing for what?
For my trip, of course.
But you don't leave for 3 days.
I have lots to get ready.
Russ said all you take is your sleeping bag and fishing gear.
That may be enough for Russ, but I'll need to take some underwear.
I thought for sure it would come today.
I finished my entry. I'm gonna mail this now.
Okay,
Mom, do we have hospital insurance?
of course. Why do you ask?
Nothing. I was just wondering.
Well, you don't need to worry about things like that. We have very good hospital insurance and life insurance too, so that if anything should happen to your father, you and I will still be provided for.
You stop pacing. You're gonna wear a hole in the floor.
Why won't they call? It's nearly 3 o'clock.
Are you sure the winner's going to be notified today? Maybe you made a mistake.
I didn't make a mistake. I've read the rules 100 times. The winner of the Heart's Desire contest will be notified no later than 6 p.m. on Friday, June 25th. That's today.
They probably got so many entries that's taking longer than they thought to touch them all. Maybe they've extended the deadline.
They can't! I need the money by tomorrow or there won't be any flowers at John's funeral. And I promised the casket man a down payment and... Oh, Jackie, I'm getting nervous. I've ordered all these things and what if I don't win?
You have a lot of explaining to do.
If I don't win, I think I'll just kill myself and then you can have the funeral for me. That would be a lot easier than trying to fix all this.
You still have 3 hours.
I was hoping that they'd call before John gets home. I'd rather not have him here while I talk to the contest officials.
Well, why don't we just take John's bag over to my house and put it in the car? That way when John comes home, he can leave right away.
You mean John's bags, plural. Look at all that luggage he's taking.
All that?
You'd think he was leaving for a month's safari instead of a 2-day fishing trip. He even wanted to pack his good suit. I wouldn't let him though. I had it cleaned especially for the funeral. I didn't want it getting all wrinkled in the suitcase.
Why would John take his good suit to Red Rock Creek? I'll rest pack just some extra underwear and his hip boots. He says he isn't even gonna shave while he's gone.
Not John. He packed every decent piece of clothing that he owns.
Then we better start carrying it over.
Just a minute. I baked some cookies to send along. John loves my cookies, and these are his favorite, chocolate walnut yum yums.
That was a nice idea. They don't catch any fish. So something to eat.
Oh, Jackie. No wonder John's taking all his clothes with him.
What is it? Why is he taking all his clothes?
John isn't going to Red Rock Creek at all. He's going to Mexico.
Where?
John's going to Mexico. Here's his plane ticket.
Why would John go to Mexico for the weekend when there are plenty of fish in Red Rock Creek?
You don't understand. John isn't going to Mexico for the weekend. He's going for good. Forever. This is a one-way ticket, Jackie. John is leaving me.
Poor thing. I didn't know you and John were having problems.
I didn't know we were having problems either. I mean, how could I have been so blind? All this time I thought he was upset about getting old when really he just wanted to get away from me.
Do you suppose there's another woman?
No.
I wonder who it is.
I don't want to know.
Of course you want to know. Would it be normal not to wonder who your husband is having an affair with?
I just don't understand. John and I have always been so happy. At least I've been happy. And I thought John was too until the past couple of weeks, when he started being so upset about getting old.
It's probably when the affair started.
Do you think so? No, we're jumping to conclusions. Just because John is leaving me and going to Mexico doesn't mean that he's having an affair. This is just a single ticket.
Of course it is. He had her ticket sent to her. It's always done that way. Don't you ever go to the movies?
Jackie, I've just thought of something terrible. If John goes to Mexico, he won't be here for his funeral.
That's right. What a rotten thing to do. After all your planning and hard work, I should think the least he could do would be to wait till after his funeral to leave you.
Of course he doesn't know about the
Well,
funeral.
then I think you should tell him.
How can I tell him?
Just say, John, please stick around a few more days because I'm having a surprise funeral for you.
That would ruin the surprise. It isn't any good if it's not a surprise. And besides, if I tell him that, then he'll know that I know that he's leaving.
I just can't believe it. I've read about men who desert their families, but I never thought John would be one of them.
I'm going to miss him so.
Hey, Mom. Did I get any calls? Were there any messages? Mom, were there any calls for me?
Just a minute, Elijah.
No, you didn't get any calls.
I didn't, but it's 3:30. I thought for sure I'd get a call by now. What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong.
You've been crying.
It's nothing. It's just a little misunderstanding, that's all.
It's about Dad, isn't it?
What makes you say that?
You don't have to pretend anymore. I know all about him.
You do?
Yeah. I heard him talking to Russ one night.
What did he say?
He said he wanted to slip away quietly.
Oh, no.
It's okay, Mom. We'll have our memories.
You're taking this very well, Elijah. I'm glad you aren't bitter towards your father.
How could I be bitter? I had the sweetest,
Oh.
kindest, most wonderful father any son could ever want.
I think to say.
Looks like the wake's come a little early.
What's going on here?
Oh,
We're fine. Moving on.
Now you know. Jackie, what's the matter?
It's so sad watching a nice family like this fall apart.
Good afternoon. I'm Mrs. Jansen. I represent Heart's Desire.
You represent Heart's Desire? I do come in.
Thank you.
Hi, I need to speak to you privately.
Now wait a minute, Marianne. Anything you have to say can be said right here in front of everybody.
No, it can't. You don't understand.
I understand there's been too much secrecy around here already. Ms. Jansen, please state your business.
I think we'd better
I
leave.
think so too.
You stay right where you are. I may need witnesses.
Please, John, I need to talk with Mrs. Jansen alone.
Actually, it's Mr. Dollefson I want to see.
What?
Mr. Dollefson? Do you mean you're here to see Elijah?
Yes, Mr. Elijah Dollefson. Is he here?
Yeah, that's
Be
me.
quiet, Elijah.
I don't believe it.
Let me make sure I understand. You represent Heart's Desire, and you want to see Elijah.
That's right.
It's Elijah who's involved in Heart's Desire.
And Marianne made the motel reservations for them?
What motel reservation?
Well, Elijah, it's my pleasure to inform you that
There are laws against guys like you. Elijah's only 15 years
Dad, what are
old.
you doing? Mrs. Jansen is.
I
she's-
know what Ms. Jansen is. You don't need to explain. No wonder he's been crying so much. Miss Alice Hathaway's daughter would have been bad enough, but this! What were you thinking of, letting him get involved in something like this at his
But
age?
John, Elijah's been entering these contests since he was 9 years old. You know that. Why should this one be any different?
Contest? What contest?
The Heart's Desire contest. Heart's Desire is a contest.
Heart's Desire is a contest?
I'm so sorry about him. He didn't know why you were here, and he's been acting really weird lately. And well, why are you here? Did I win?
it's my pleasure to inform you, Elijah, that you, the grand prize winner of the Heart's Desire contest.
Wow.
I can't believe it. Elijah finally won something.
Not just something. You won a scholarship to Tank University.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, is she right? Did I really want a scholarship?
No, you want a trip to the Mayo Clinic, best medical care in the country, all expenses paid for your father, your critically ill father.
I thought you asked for a scholarship to Tank University.
I was going to, but that's before I knew about Dad.
Why would I want to go to the Mayo Clinic?
It's okay, Dad. You don't have to pretend anymore. I know all about your illness.
His illness?
What illness?
Your illness, the one you're dying from.
Dying? I'm not dying. At least not from any illness.
You're not?
Of course not.
But I heard you talking to Russ one night. You said you were just going to slip away quietly. You even gave him your fishing rods to remember you by.
But I didn't mean I was gonna die. I just meant, well, never mind what I meant.
He just meant that he's going to slip away quietly to Mexico.
How did you know that?
I was going to put some cookies in your suitcase when I came across your plane ticket.
You're going to Mexico? I thought you were gonna die.
I hope he isn't too disappointed.
But what are you doing in Mexico? Can I come too?
You may as well tell him, John. Elijah, honey, your father is leaving us.
Leaving us? As in, you two are getting a divorce?
So sad. Yes, a divorce. Your father prefers to live in Mexico.
Now wait a minute. I do not prefer to live in Mexico. I prefer to live right here in my own home. I am fleeing to Mexico. I'm going to protect my very life.
Are you okay? Is somebody after you?
As if you didn't know.
You might as well confess, Marianne. We know about the murder.
There's been a murder here?
Not yet. It's scheduled for tomorrow.
There's going to be a murder?
What are you talking about?
We are talking about my murder. The one you have so conveniently planned for this weekend.
You must be going crazy. Why would I want to murder my own husband?
So you can be free.
Free to marry Roy.
Roy who?
Right who? Oh, listen to her. I suppose you're going to deny that my brother Roy is coming here from Oklahoma City?
Oh no, I won't deny that.
To say nothing of Swan's mortuary from Monday morning.
You found out my surprise is ruined.
To say... It's just a good thing I found out, or you murdered me. I may be getting old and weak, but I can still get away from that murder you hired.
Murderer! You actually thought I was going to have you killed?
You weren't?
How could you think such a thing?
It wasn't too hard when I was looking at the list of flowers, organist, casket.
You found my list. I was going to pretend that you died. I was going to have a fake funeral, and all your friends would be there, and everyone from your work, and you'd realize how much we all love you, and it wouldn't matter if you were 50 years old or 100. It was going to be a party, a 50th funeral party.
Wow, Shirley does get some crazy ideas sometimes.
So you weren't going to have me murdered?
Of course not. I love you.
But what about Roy and the Starburst?
I thought you'd like to see your brother again.
Then you aren't having an affair with him?
With Roy? That hairy ape.
Oh, I am so relieved.
So, why are you going to Mexico?
I'm not going. Not now. I was only going because I thought your mother wanted to get rid of me, and I just decided to save her the trouble.
And save your life along with it.
I thought you were leaving. When I saw that plane ticket, I thought you were leaving and going to Mexico without me.
She even thought there might be another woman.
There'll never be another woman for me,
And there'll never be another man for me.
even when I'm old and bald.
The older you get, the more I love you, just like the furniture.
So you're definitely not dying.
I have never felt better in my life. I apologize for hitting you. I thought you wanted something else from Elijah.
Apology accepted.
So, I guess this means I didn't win the contest then?
Well, yeah, so the rules say that the winner of the Hearts Desire contest has a choice. You can take the prize presented to you, or $20,000 in cash. So, I guess, seeing as you didn't deliberately defraud the contest, there's no reason the option shouldn't be open to you.
Wow.
$20,000 in cash?
That's even better than a lifetime supply of Susie shampoo.
Congratulations, Elijah.
I always knew he'd win someday.
Oh, I won. I really won. Oh, God. I'm so happy.
Now we know why he cries all the time. It's because he's so happy.
Thank you, Miss Jansen.
Just come by my office on Monday and we'll have a check ready for Elijah, and we're gonna want to take some pictures while you're there too.
This calls for a celebration. Tonight we will celebrate two wonderful events. Elijah's win and my wonderful 50th birthday.
Your wonderful birthday. Did you hear that, Jackie? We're going to celebrate John's wonderful 50th birthday.
Let's have a champagne today.
What champagne?
The champagne I bought after John's funeral. It's in the garage.
In John's garage? We may never find it.
Let's get it right now.
Could you stay, Miss Jansen? There isn't going to be a murder or a funeral, but there's still going to be quite a party.
That's all right. Just come by my office on Monday and we'll have everything ready for you guys.
Wow. I can't believe it. $20,000.
I'm sorry I suspected you of having an affair,
It's all right. I suspected you too.
and I'm awfully sorry I spoiled your surprise.
It's okay. I do think you would have enjoyed it, though. I was going to have flowers and music and the most beautiful... Oh, oh dear. Excuse me a minute.
Happy birthday, John. You still pack quite a whooping for a man your age.
Thanks, I kind of surprised myself.
Hello? Swan's Mortuary? I'd like to cancel a casket.
First of all, our backstage crew, and our directors, Lindsay and Jordan, and Emma, our set and prop person, Chloe, our stage manager, and an especially big thank you to Ms. Jones and Mr. Alexander for making this all possible.